am just a few minutes late. My computer needed to update, and of course, more people. Anywho, how is everybody? I'm so sorry. I hate when that happens. Okay, so, I'm only 4 minutes. Whew. I was thinking it was a little bit later than that. Okay. Today we are going to be painting a cute cherry sign. Let me tie this real quick so now you can see. So we've got cute little polka dot stems and leaf there. There we go. Let me move these out of the way. All right, colors that we're going to be using today are, of course, black and white, as always. We're going to be using territorial beige. The reds are going to be bright red and opaque red, a little bit darker. We're also going to be using palomino, gecko, and electric light. Those are our colors. I hope everybody's doing good. Let me do my overhead here. This is a little bit far away, so let me zoom that in. Zoom in, about right there, and we'll tilt it. Nope, wrong way. There we go. Probably more this way because I don't have that where I need it to be. Okay. Let me zoom that out just a touch. Okay. There we go. All right, you guys. Let me pull up my chair here and we will get started. Hope everybody had a good week or weekend. Okay. So first color that we will do is we'll go ahead and do the territorial beige. We're going to do the stems here. And I think I might actually do another brown here too. I think I'm going to use some autumn brown. Yeah, that one's, yeah. The other color is just a little too dark for my liking. All right, so we're getting our honeycomb out. I may or may not really need it. We'll use it. All right. You pour just a little bit in here. And then let's use a 1/4 angle brush. We'll get our stems going here. So I've seen there's been a lot of painting today. On the hardworking mom side, gotta love our paint. Painting's so fun. All right, and let me get right here on our edge. We're gonna cover our edges here. I like covering the edges. I know some people don't. I just prefer to do it because if my paint kind of goes over on the edge, you can see like that, it just kind of gives it a nice cleaner look, in my opinion. I usually only do about 1 coat unless it's really light. Then I'll sometimes come back and do a second coat. So then since we did the edge, we just got a little bit of paint there, so we'll just smooth that out. We'll go over here, get our next little stem here. I got a little bit of too much paint on my brush, so I'm just going to clean that up. And then we're going to pull our paint down to the top of the stem here. And same thing here. And smooth it out. We'll get our edge again. Make sure you guys come in and say hi to me when you come in. No strangers. Okay. All right, and then I'm just going to smooth this out and make sure that we've got people here, that I'm on right and connected. I'm just not seeing people popping in, so it's making me a little worried. Okay, I'm on. Alrighty, that's all I needed to know. Okay, perfect. Alright, we'll go to this next stem here. Pull there. Alright. We're just going to pull the paint towards us. I'm going to get our edge here. Okay. And then just nice and smooth. Smooth that out. We're going to get our edges here. Alright. Get right here, smooth this one out. There we go. All right, I'm gonna come back to this stem. This one's looking dry. I don't think we need to heat gun it. So I'll just do one more coat here. We're gonna do a slight little bit of shading on it, nothing too crazy. Or actually, maybe we'll go a little crazy, but we're not gonna go shading crazy. We're gonna go design crazy. With some cute little lines. I think that will be fun. All right. And grab right here. Okay. So second coat is on. And then you guys, this is a Territorial Beige. Is the color I was using there. We're going to use Autumn Brown next. Okay. I'm just going to use the lid. And then I will get a 3/0 spotter brush. So it's a nice little liner brush. Okay. And I think what we're going to do is little swirlies up. Okay. And then we'll kind of come right here and finish that little loop there. All right. Okay, perfect. It's showing it in the camera. Just to add some fun. Thought about doing some shading, but I think this is kind of fun. Gives it more of a whimsy, fun approach to it. So the first line, we're just kind of getting a line for it, per se. All right. So then I'm going to come back in, clean up our lines. same thing here. So just making almost little curly cues or like little cursive L's. We're going to come right through here and then right through there. There we go. Now I'm just going to go back over my lines, making them look a little bit more bold now that we kind of got our outline. Hey Carolyn, how are you? Hey Linda. Sorry you guys if you were looking for me earlier. My OBS needed to update, and so it kicked me out and made me do an update. So I got a little bit behind. I hate when that happens. How are you ladies? All right, so far we're just doing a cute little cherry. I'll just turn it this way, little cherries. I just painted the stems territorial beige, and then we did autumn brown for the swirlies, okay? Next color we're going to use, we're going to go ahead and go with our bright red. Let's put this in our little ice cube tray. That should be good. And, yep, I'm going to stay with that 1/4 angle brush. That should do us fine. I did 2 coats of the polka dots down below on this section, 1 coat of the prime. So you can see how this side's a lot more whiter than this side. It's a little bit more dull because this is just that 1 coat primer, where we did more on this side because we wanted the polka dots to be white. Another way that you could do this is you could just paint it all white, and then come back in and do your white polka dots. You would just have to do quite a few coats. And the one thing that I've noticed with white with red is when you go to spray it, it will sometimes leave a little bit of a pink hue. When you clear coat spray it, it picks up that bottom tone. So sometimes you can do a gray and then go back. You were balancing checkbooks. Ew. I mean, yay, somebody's got to do it, but eee. That does not sound fun to me. I like to just, you know, be the spender and not do the other part. And then that gets me in trouble. So I should do that more. All right. So we're just going to go around these little circles. I have them etched into the cherry, so it does make it easier. But, you know, if you didn't want the polka dots, you could just paint it all red. Go that way. But I wanted fun and whimsy today. I think I want that every day, though. It's kind of my go-to. All right. Ooh, my phone's going nuts. Hey, Miss Johnny, how are you? So I can't remember. Last time we talked, I don't think Haley had finished her softball season. So they got to the mid tournamentship. Lost 2, it was 2-4, so not terrible. They did really good. Those girls were definitely a tougher team and everything else, and so they worked their butts off to get where they were, so I'm really proud of them. Girls have been out of school now for 4 days, We've only had about 8 fights, so that's good. And I mean by fights, arguing between the girls. So, you know. Brian's been working in the backyard this weekend. So we got another excavator, bobcat, whatever. And we were filling the retaining wall. And Brian got caught. And some of the retaining wall came down. Luckily he slid down, so it wasn't as bad as what it could have been of him like flipping over. But kind of happy accident, we'll say, Bob Ross moment, because it made us like kind of relook at how we were doing things, and we kind of went with a different plan, and I'm loving how it's getting. So, oh, you're getting ready for storms. Yuck. We have a major heat wave. We like had National Weather Service come out, and it is, or like warning for the heat. It has been so hot. So I think they said that we might get rain tomorrow. I can't remember, but it's supposed to be so freaking hot. Wednesday's supposed to be the hottest, almost 100. I think it's like 98. Guys, I'm sorry, my allergies are killing me, so if I'm snuffling, that's why. I'm not sick, it's just allergies. We had to cut down some more trees, and then the grass and the weeds and stuff like that from the bobcat really, and the dust have stirred up my allergies so bad. So I apologize. So this is first allergy with the nose ring, so it feels a little funny, but it's been doing good, so knock on wood. I feel like it's healing up really good. Briley's loving her earrings too. Her second set, she actually changed to a new pair of earrings today, so she was excited. Alright, I know this is kind of looking like a hot mess, but we'll get it looking cute real soon. That first coat tends to be a little wonky. And we'll go this way. So that's what's going on in the gate and land, in my crazy land. You guys doing anything fun? Any vacations planned? I was so bummed. My husband's family, so my mother-in-law's side, her mom, my grandma that passed away this Christmas, Thanksgiving-ish, her side of the family, we've done reunions every other year, but then with COVID, we haven't been able to do them, and so we missed a couple and everything else. So anyways, they had one, but the flights were so outrageous that we just couldn't afford to do it, and then it was in Nebraska, and so, which the last reunion we had there was probably one of my favorites, so I was so bummed, and then I got to see all of their pictures this week, so I was a little bit pouty, I'm not gonna lie. Daughter had a dance recital on Saturday. Oh, I love dance recitals. Your granddaughter, sorry. I knew I said that wrong. How freaking cute. How old is she, Linda? Alright, guys, I'm just getting this edge here. And we'll go right around here and we'll get this one. There we go. Hallelujah. I'm just joking. All right, while this is kind of drying, what I'll do is just kind of go around and we'll get our edges. I forgot to do my white polka dots, so we'll come back and do those when we go in for detailing. So we're just getting these guys right here. We got one right here. I'm sorry, you guys, you weren't seeing me on camera with those. One or 5. Oh my gosh, those are my favorite to watch because they just make me giggle. How freaking cute. I love watching the littles. I could only imagine being a dance teacher though. I would feel like it would be like herding kitties. Herding little kitty cats. Little kittens. They're just everywhere. I think maybe 3 would be even harder though, because I know some of them start dance that young, so. My girls did dance, but they are, no surprise, their ADHD and stuff like that just would not allow them to focus and listen. They just kind of wanted to do their thing. So it didn't go so well. So we still have dance parties, it's just different. Sports are done, ballet and tap. How fun! I love ballet and tap. That's what I put my girls in at first, and then Bradley did a little bit of what was it, like hip hop and stuff like that. But like I said, she struggled with dance. Just wasn't her thing. So we're just doing that second coat. Well, it was her thing. She just couldn't listen. Probably my key to maybe starting her earlier, but yeah, we tried. All right. I did not get any paint on my brush when I went down there. Okay, we're just smoothing this one out. Whoops. All right. Same here. Smoothing this guy out. We'll kind of come in here and do this cherry next. Same here. Woo, this phone of mine is blowing up. Alright, second coat always goes on faster, I feel like. Alright, we're just going to go right through here. Go right through here. And I'm just going to smooth this out as I go. Come back through here. Get these little polka dots right here. So this time I'm kind of being a little bit more thoughtful and trying to keep it painting to one cherry at a time. That way it just keeps the paint a little bit more smooth than that first coat. Knowing that I needed to do a second coat, that's kind of why I was a little bit more crazy with the first one. Kind of went everywhere. This one I'm trying to kind of keep with each cherry and each section. And that way it will keep the flow and your brush strokes will look a little bit better. And it won't look as blotchy either. So like I said, this color is a bright red. And then we're going to use opaque red next, and we're just going to do a light shading around the edges here. So we'll get out a shading plate in just a sec. Almost done. Nice and smooth there. Carolyn, do you have new puppies? I know you were saying that you might be getting new ones to foster. Okay, nice and smooth there. Now this plate's pretty toast. Let me grab another one here. Okay, I'm just going to grab some of the red that I have in this tray. I'll grab the rest of it. Toss it back in here. Okay, guys. Hey, Susan, how are you? And hey, Sherry. Okay, so next one is opaque red. Let me move this tray over so you guys see what we're doing. So this is the bright red, this is opaque red. It's going to be just a little bit darker of a red. I'm going to go down in my paintbrush. We're going to go down to a 1/8 angle brush, so nice and small. I forgot to grab medium. Nope, I did not. Let me take off. Okay, we're going to just put a little bit of medium there. Floating medium. I always call it just medium, but it is floating medium. Did I get your text, Johnny? No. I don't see anything, sweetheart. All right. So floating medium, we're going to kind of move back and forth. I'm going to get the top part with the opaque red and then the bottom part with bright red. We're going to kind of move it back and forth. And I know these look very similar, but when we get them put on, they're going to look a little bit different. And I'm just going to shade in between where our polka dots are, okay? Johnny, I loved what you did with the bowling sign, by the way. That turned out adorable. I had so much fun making that one. Okay, bright red, opaque, bright red, opaque up at the top. Okay, and this is just going to kind of make, even though it's whimsy and fun, it's going to kind of make this cherry kind of pop a little bit more. I wish you guys could see this a little bit better. I'll bring it out for you guys in just a second to see, or bring it up for you guys. Okay, I go right there. Just a little bit more red. Going right around this cute little cherry here. Johnny, got it now. just going to go right around this edge here. I'll go around this cherry. Right around this one. Okay. And just kind of making sure we got it nice and standing out. All right. I am liking it. Just giving one more little coat here. All right. So it's very subtle, but when you're in person, you can see it a little bit more. You can kind of see the edge, kind of how it's shading it, kind of giving that defined thing. Oh shoot, were you talking to Susan? Sorry. Johnny, I use A-sub paper on shoot, Amazon. Sorry, losing my mind there for a minute. Oh shoot, that does look bad. Whoopsie. I get told that all the time too. And I like try really hard not to put them together for that reason, but as you can tell, I was not paying attention. Whoopsie. It's A-sub. That's the one I use, sweetie. All right, we are gonna go with Gecko for the bottom. Then we're gonna do a highlight with the swirls in Electric Lime, but we're gonna shade with Palomino. Okay, so I am gonna put this plate over. We'll try and hide my naughtiness. I'm gonna go to a larger brush for this one. This one is a 5/8 angle brush. And we're just gonna get this first coat down of the Gecko. Smoothing out. I got a little bit of a pink glob right here, so I'm just kind of pulling the pink glob away. There we go. Same thing again, just going right around our angle, so I'm just using the angle brush to get a nice edge. Then we can go a little crazy and scribble paint the rest of this. Fill that in. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna get their edges. Hey Dawn, how are you? You guys are making me feel so special showing up. How you all doing? All right. Dawn, I was loving your cute porch. All patriotic, isn't it so cute? Have you guys seen her videos? So, so cute. Susa. Oh, you guys crack me up. Alright, I'm just going to get this edge right here in between cherry stems. And right here. So this one is pretty beginner, not too crazy. I know I added a little bit of shading, but you don't have to do that. I'm just coming back in, adding one more second coat. This gecko is usually pretty good with a one coat. I'm just noticing a little bit of brush strokes and blotchiness. So why I'm doing one more coat. Just one quick coat at that. Alright. Okay. So we got that going. Looks fab. Oh, to your porch? Oh my gosh, girl, I love it. Keep on showing. It's so cute. I love decorating my porch. I haven't done a ton of it with this one because we're still just working so much on the yard. Okay, you guys, so I am going in with the Palomino and our gecko green here. So we're gonna do Palomino on one end, gecko on the other. And we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna just kind of blend that in, okay? Then I'm gonna come in and we're just gonna lightly go right around our edge here of our cherry. Now you guys could totally skip this part as a beginner. It still look adorable. Okay, just like that. Back and forth again. All right, we're gonna go right around here next. And same thing again, right around our edge. All right. Oh, thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. I was slow on figuring out what you guys were talking about. Okay, so we got our leaves. You can definitely see what adding a little bit of shading and how it kind of makes it dimensional. Outlining does a lot too, but doing a little bit of that shading does help quite a bit. So I'm going to go back with my 3/0 spotter brush. Turn this bad boy this way. All right. We'll work from the inside out. Alrighty. So we're just doing a quick little outline here. And this one is etched, unlike the curly cues that I did kind of improv on the stems. Okay. There we go. So we're just coming in again. This is the Electric Lime. I'm not getting, there we go. I wasn't getting the point I wanted there. And come back and have our lines meet. Okay. So we've got our cute little stems there. Since I poured a ton of this palomino, I'm gonna just clean up a little bit of it. Okay. Let me get some black. And I have some black that I was using earlier, so I'm just gonna fill just a little bit. That would be so cute, but yes. Bob, Mr. Bob might kill you on that one. But it does sound adorable. Okay. Let's get to outlining. I'm going to go to a smaller outline brush. This one was the 3, so it's just a little bit thicker. I'm going to go down to a 10/0 spotter brush. It's just going to give a little bit thinner of a line for us. And we're just going to go right here on our edge. There we go. Gonna go right around here. Get our cute little polka dots going. Now this is when your project really comes to life, is doing these outlining. Okay. Oh, you guys, my allergies are killing me today. All right. Same here. Come in here, get this little circle. Better get this one in the middle before I get too far in and get my fingers or the hand all filled with paint. Oh my goodness. Can't talk. Woo. Okay. And I am filling a zigzag right there. Let's go right here. We'll get this one cleaned up. Alright, if you can tell, I got a little bit crazy with the paint right there, so we're just going to kind of make that outline a little bit bigger. Not too crazy. But we'll definitely hide our little mistake here. And then I'm thinking a little zigzag right there. Let's get this guy. I'll do another little guy right there. Okay. Getting our little circles. Hey Gilda, how are you? So we're just getting our outlines here. I'm going to grab this edge. I'm going to grab this edge before I get too much in with paint and get paint all over my hand. All right. Okay. Right here. Clean this guy up. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. One loop there. And there we go. I am still filling a little ziggy zag right there. And I think we need one right here as well. Okay. Thank you, Brenda. How are you, sweetie? So I'm just getting our stems next here. I'm kind of feeling maybe right here we do a little ziggy zag. And right there, oops. A little bit of pink there. And I just saw we have a little bit of red going on right there, so we'll just kind of do a little bit thicker of a line, hide that up. A Sugar Skull Pirate. Okay. Let's see what I can come up with. I think, oh my gosh, it's funny. It's like my brain's all of a sudden like coming up with ideas. All right, I can do it. So obviously we want them colorful, right? Okay, sugar skulls are typically pretty colorful. We can do this. Yeah, I'm excited. Do you want like whole body or just his face? Because I'm thinking like pirate hat, maybe a patch on one eye, then the sugar skull on the other, like with a flower. I got this. I'm getting there. You know, the patch with the cross and bones. I think I can do this. Yeah. I'm kind of excited. I love when people give me cool ideas. And you know Sugar Skull is all me because I love like the whimsy. So, heck yeah, I can do that. Okay, so we got our little stems there, our little leaves done. Okay, I can see it. I'm envisioning it already. I'll probably get off and start drawing it since it's now in my head. Okay, you guys, I am gonna do a little bit of white. Yeah, that white looks a little too dry. So we will start some more whites here. Okay. Let's get some highlighting on, my favorite part. Alright, so we're just gonna lightly have our brush touch. I almost did the old paint there. Grab right here. Woo! That brush stroke was a little wonky. Alright, so we're gonna go like that. Oh, I have a little birdie friend. Did you guys hear that? Can you guys hear them? He's like literally right outside my window. It's kind of crazy. I know. I feel like Snow White here for a minute.
What are you doing?
I'm painting, but there's a birdie. Can you hear it?
Where?
He's like right outside the window.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, who are you?
Briley came in. She had to hear. Isn't that crazy?
Uh-huh.
I feel like Snow White.
Oh, Mom, want to know what we should get?
What?
So, I've seen this. They're like these bird feeders, but so like it's like this basket, but then you have it's like this clear basket and you fill it with bird seeds, and then you open this, go through the screen, and then put it on the side that does not. Then you put it on the window.
We'll put it on the top of the window.
Okay. And then you get to watch birds like flying all over, and they'll take the bird seeds.
Okay, let's do it.
We'll have to get Dad though, as I don't know how to get rid of the screening.
Oh, I do.
Why do we even have the screening? I don't understand that.
I don't know, sweetie. I am on a live, remember?
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. Do you want to say hi to them?
Hi.
My Briley.
I'm going to be doing Crystal.
She has been doing this Lilo and Stitch crystal gem jewel art she got. So that's been her thing. Okay. So I just kind of went around, did the leaves a little bit whimsy, little fun there. And then these stems, we're just doing 2 little strokes kind of thing. Oh, Lord. Yeah, that wouldn't be funny for me. I heard they're awful. Their squawks are not good. Okay, guys, what are we thinking? So I'm thinking we either go really crazy and we do red glitter, or we do the white polka dot glitter. What are we thinking? White glitter or red glitter? White or red? How much glitter do you want me to do? What are we thinking? White glitter? Right? I know, I heard that they're super loud. Okay, let's do some white glitter. I'm trying to find a bigger brush. I'm gonna have to go through with all of my bad brushes. Okay, so Marge, just getting this in my lid here. Grabbing our glitter sheets. White, that's what I was thinking too. So we don't mess up my beautiful red shading, right? Alright, you guys, so I'm just kind of swirling this in, getting a nice coverage, not too thick, but not too thin either. We'll probably only be able to do like maybe 2 or 3 polka dots before needing it. Nope, we're looking good still. It's not looking like it's drying out. All right, see what we can do here. All right, we're getting a little dry. Let me see if we can grab this guy real quick. Okay, white glitter. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Ooh, look how cute. Ooh, I'm loving that. All right, let's get this little guy. Look at this one. Now remember, always use your messed up brushes or your really cheap, inexpensive ones, because the Mod will mess up your nice brushes. It gets down into the bristles and then it doesn't keep them all nice and straight and pretty anymore. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, one more. All right, one more right here. And smooth that around. There we go. And our last dot. Okay. Oh goodness, I didn't realize how low it was. We're good. We got enough. Okay. Voila. Ooh, that is cute. There we go. Not as much glitter. Yep, and I sprayed all that glitter all over my carpet. You guys know it ain't my room if there isn't glitter everywhere, right? However, if you get a ton of glitter, these little desk vacuums, the bomb. Amazon. They're awesome. Okay, let me put the lid on this before I knock it over, and I will switch views so you guys can see the other way. Hey, ain't that cute? Oh, I'm loving it. So we got our glitter for sure. It makes me think of the TikTok song that's going on. You know, that they've been using like the rap for the Johnny Depp song. My money don't jiggle jiggle. My glitter don't jiggle jiggle. It flows. Sorry, you guys. I'm being a dork. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Okay, you guys. Cricut class. I will be on tomorrow with Cricut. That is on Zoom call. So make sure you look at the link. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Susan. So I will see you guys then. Have a wonderful night, wonderful day, and if I don't see you guys tomorrow, God bless, and I will see you guys again next week. Susan, I couldn't help myself. Okay, bye guys. I'll talk to you later.